My wife claimed my cats were ruining her sleep every single night, despite me never waking up to them, and told me I had to get rid of them or she would be forced to divorce me. So I stayed up all night secretly to see what she was talking about, and it turns out she's been lying this entire time to make me get rid of my babies. My wife spent 3 months insisting our cats were ruining her sleep every night, demanding I get rid of them or she divorce me. She described it in detail, jumping on the bed, meowing at doors, scratching like tiny jackhammers. She'd list exact times: 1 a.m., 3 a.m., 5 a.m. Her tone hardened weekly. First, we need to discuss the cats. Then, the cats have to go. Finally, choose them or me. I never heard any of it. I'm a light sleeper. Our cats are quiet at night. She swore I slept through everything and said her health was collapsing from sleep loss. I started considering giving them to my sister just to save the marriage. These weren't just pets, I'd raised them from kittens. They got me through some dark years, but her stories were so specific, I began doubting myself. Everything shifted after one Thursday. She rattled off her usual timeline: 1 a.m., then multiple wake-ups around 3 a.m. That same night, I'd been up until 4 a.m., finishing a deadline, sitting in our bedroom the entire time while she slept peacefully. I knew she was lying, but I needed proof. That weekend, I ran a test. I told her I was turning in early, then stayed awake all night to watch the cats. I set my phone to do not disturb, dimmed the screen to a sliver, and propped it on a book so I could tap out times without moving. I documented everything with timestamps by DMing myself on Discord and mirrored the notes to my laptop so nothing could be accidentally deleted later. I tracked every sound. At 1:02 a.m., house settled, one creak. At 2:41, distant car door outside. At 3:18, one cat hopped off the windowsill, soft thud. At 4:57, the other ate quietly near the door. That was it. No meowing, no bed jumping, no door scratching. She slept from 11 p.m. to 9 a.m. without a single interruption. I even took short video clips showing the cats asleep in the hallway, curled like commas. Morning came, and she launched into the script. They woke me up at least 7 times, meowing nonstop, jumping all over me. I had to get up to open doors. She added new fake details for flavor, claimed one scratched her arm so hard she bled. Her arms were unmarked. I was livid. I just sacrificed a night of sleep to prove she was lying, to manipulate me into abandoning my pets. I pulled out my phone and the timestamps. That's interesting, I said. I stayed up all night monitoring them. They were quiet, not even in our room. You slept 10 hours. I have every sound logged, plus clips. Why have you been lying to force me to get rid of my cats? Her face went white, then scarlet. She shook, stormed out, slammed the bathroom door. Hours later, she reappeared and refused to engage. When I asked again, she tried to flip it. You treated me like a child, spying all night, making timestamps like some investigator. That's going too far. She was furious I'd caught her, not ashamed she'd fabricated months of stories. I forwarded the log to my email and cloud drive. A paper trail felt necessary now. The truth spilled out weeks later during a fight. Months earlier, one cat had stepped on her laptop and corrupted a fan fiction draft she'd been writing. Instead of telling me and asking for help recovering it, she decided to punish the cats and me. She built a campaign of psychological warfare, complete with precise times and invented scenes to force me to choose between her and them. She kept pushing. Your priorities are messed up. You care more about animals than your wife. I told her I could recover files from her drive if she'd simply ask. She said that wasn't the point. The point was, I never took her side. I stared at the person I'd promised to marry and realized she'd made the choice for me months earlier, when lying became easier than speaking and cruelty easier than honesty. I said I wanted a divorce. She screamed that I was choosing cats over her. I was choosing reality over fiction. The legal process took 6 months. I moved out, kept my cats, changed my passwords, and slept better than I had in a year. They never developed the behaviors she invented. At night, they curl up and conk out, same as always. No scratching, no yowling, no door gymnastics, just 2 quiet shapes breathing slow beside me. Proof the noise had never been real. Sometimes the simplest test, staying awake, watching, documenting cuts through months of gaslighting in a single night, and sometimes the loudest alarm isn't a meow at 3 a.m. It's the silence after you show proof, and the person you love chooses anger over truth.